Hello, I'm Mother Goose Emily, and I'll be your Mother Goose for today, and I am so glad you could join me. I have a question for you. Do you ever feel like you're just too young or too small or too anything really to make a difference? If the answer is yes, then I think today's story is for you. The main character feels the same way, but she doesn't let it stop her from doing what she needs to do. Our book today is called Tiny Toady, and it was written by Jill Esbuam and illustrated by Keika Yamaguchi. As usual, I borrowed this book from my local library, and if you enjoy it, I'd recommend you check out your local library and see if they have a copy. Even if they don't, I'm sure they'd have another book that you would love just as much. So do you see our Tiny Toady here? Surrounded by all the grass and leaves that look so much bigger than her, don't they? She really is quite small. So let's get into today's story, shall we? All right. So it starts. Teeny, help! Oh my gosh, I wonder who's calling for help and why. Do you see? I think it might be this other toad here. And they're being picked up. And they're calling for help from Teeny, who might be small enough that she escapes notice. I wonder what she'll do and how she'll get help. Hopping faster than she ever in her tiny life had hopped, hurry, scurry, wild with worry, Teeny flopped and plopped and slopped, dodging spiderwebs and mushrooms, leaping bugs and sluggy mothers, till she skidded through the door at last to gasp. Oh my gosh, look at how far Teeny's come to get back where she's going. She's past the slugs and spiders and their webs. Way back here, you can still see the other toad being put in a bucket. Do you see that? I wonder where Teeny's going and what she's going to do to get help. So till she skidded through the door at last to gasp. I need you, brothers. At the pond, she panted frantic. There were people everywhere. Mama's stuck inside a bucket. Help me get her out of there. Look, she ran home to get her brothers to help. Oh my goodness, she's got a lot of brothers, doesn't she? Will you count them with me? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh my goodness, 7 brothers. That is a lot. What are they doing? We've got one who was lifting weights, another couple who are eating. This one seems to have been in the bath, and these two are arm wrestling. And Teeny's burst in for help. What's gonna happen? How are they gonna help? Brothers tumbled, bumbled, jumble as they stumbled for the door. Don't you worry, kid. We'll save her. Off the 7 toadies tore. Teeny tried to keep from crying as she scrambled up the road, wishing she could be a bigger, stronger hero kind of toad. But they're racing off to save their mama. And Teeny is behind them. She's just struggling, trying to keep up. She's worried she's not going to be able to help. She wishes she were stronger and bigger. She thinks that would be able to help them all better if she were like that. I don't know. I think she's done pretty good. She's gotten help at something. What do you think? Will Teeny be able to help them more? I think she will. When she found her brothers pushing, she rushed in to give a nudge. Muscles popped and faces reddened. Still, the bucket wouldn't budge. Oh my goodness, look at them all. They're sweating and red-faced as they're pushing with all their might. Even Teeny's pitching in, but the bucket won't tip. It's too heavy. I wonder what they'll try next. Do you have any ideas to save their mama? How they could do that? Let's see what they come up with. Brothers put their heads together, saying, "Phooey, and what now?" From their ankles, Teeny wondered, could we lift her out somehow? Someone bent way down to listen? No, to pat her on the head. Then he swept her from the huddle. "We can handle this," he said. Oh my, they're not even listening to her. That's not very nice, is it? They probably want to protect her, but they should at least listen to her and hear her out. She might have some good ideas. Well, let's see. Do you think the brothers will manage it on their own? Will their ideas work? Let's see what they come up with. "Stand on shoulders," someone shouted. "Build a toady pyramid." It took lots of sweat and twisting, but eventually they did. "Please save her," Teeny pleaded. Toadies stretched as best they could, till one wibbly wobbly brother, stretched farther than he should. Oh no, they've all gone tumbling down. They're all working together to build a pyramid here. And they're stretching as best they can, but they still can't quite reach. And then someone overbalanced, and it brought them all tumbling down. Oh dear. They'll have to try a new idea. Teeny said, "You need a ladder. Guys, a ladder's what we need." "You're a genius, brother," one tone said. "He rocks," the rest agreed. So they hurried to the pond to gather reeds and bendy stuff. Then they looped and lashed and knotted till each rung felt strong enough. They're building a ladder. What do you think? Will that idea work? Is the ladder how they're going to get their mama out of the bucket? But again, they're still not listening to Teeny, although they had the same idea. See if the ladder works. As they climbed, their sister hollered, "Won't you need some kind of rope?" Did a single toady brother pay attention to her? Nope. They just teetered on their tippy toes around the bucket's top. One said, "Everybody reach!" Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, what do you think's gonna happen? Is reaching gonna work? Should they listen to Teeny and gotten a rope? What do you think will happen? Let's read on and find out. Plip, plip, bloop, bloop, plip, bloop, plop. Oh no, look. All the toads have fallen into the bucket with their mom, splashing everywhere. What are they gonna do now? What just happened? Teeny stood there blinking, rooted like a tree. Now who will rescue everybody? Like she had a choice. Me? "I'm too little," Teeny blubbered. "I can't do it, not alone." But she had to. Teeny tiny on her own. Look, she's all alone now. All her family are in that bucket. She's scared and sad. She thinks she's too small, that she can't do it on her own. She doesn't know what to do. What do you think? Will she be able to rescue them all on her own, our little teeny tiny toad? Will she be able to get them all out? Teeny shivered as the wind picked up and blew across the pond. As she watched it flutter, lily pads and everything beyond, an idea fluttered deep inside her warty little head, till she chased it round and pinned it down. "I've got it," Teeny said. Look, she's got an idea. She's figured something out. Wonder if it'll work or if it'll end up like her brothers. She's using her brain. So we'll see if that works. So did Teeny's plan take muscles? No, just brains and clever feet. By the time the sun went down, her rescue project was complete. Up the ladder Teeny inched, her bitsy heart a hopeful drum. When she peered into the shadows, Mama's voice, "I knew you'd come." Like all her brothers and her mom are in that bucket, and they're waiting. They said, "We knew you'd come for us." Over here, Teeny's putting her plan into action. I wonder what that plan could be. Do you have any guesses? She's got silk from a spider, a lily pad, a stick. Over here, do you see what's over here? What could that be? We'll find out, I think. But she's using her head and being resourceful rather than being all muscle. So let's see if it works. "Here's a kite I made," said Teeny. "Grab its tail and hang on tight." When it caught a gust, her family rose up into the light. Oh my gosh, look at them all. They're all hanging onto the tail of the kite, and they're away from that bucket. Even Teeny's way back there celebrating that all her family are free. Her plan worked. Like I said, she was resourceful and she was using her brain. She's quite smart, even if she isn't big and strong yet. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes a problem involves your brain. Sometimes it involves muscles. Sometimes it involves both. But there are other ways to do things too. "I'm so proud," said Teeny's mama with a big old smackaroo. 7 brothers gathered round to cheer and compliment her too. "Brilliant plan. We should have listened. You're a hero. What a kid. Wanna ride home on my shoulders, sis?" And they're all together and celebrating again. Teeny used her strengths to get them out. And they're all celebrating, complimenting her. They say, "We should have listened." Like we said earlier, we should have listened to you. "So wanna ride home on my shoulders, sis?" She absolutely did. And there they all are, racing home. One of her brothers is helping Teeny, so she keeps up. They're helping each other and using their strengths to get along better than they would on their own, aren't they? And that's the end of our story. Teeny Tiny Toady. I love that in this story. She doesn't think she can, but she uses her skills to do it anyways. And I think that's something we should all try. Even if we don't think we can do something, we should at least give it a shot. Or if we're stuck, come trying to look at it in a new angle, and we might find a different solution. If you just try, you can sometimes be really surprised by what you can accomplish. And it can build yourself up, and you'll know for the next time. If you keep trying new things, you'll get better and better, and you might surprise yourself or find something new you loved that you didn't even think you could do. So I'd love it if you could do that sometime along with me. So that's Teeny Tiny Toady. And I hope it makes you feel a little better too. Even if you're small, you can still do a lot. So that's Teeny Tiny Toady. And next up we have our song. Well, it's not about toads. It's about something similar and in the same family, frogs. So our song today is 5 Green and Speckled Frogs. Would you sing it with me? All right, let's try. It goes, 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 great speckled frog. Glub, glub. One green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Now there are no green speckled frogs. 0. They're all in the pond. They had some yummy yummy flies and food. And now they're in the pond to cool off. And that's 5 green and speckled frogs. I hope you enjoyed singing it with me. And last we have our goodbye song. Would you sing that with me also? Alright, let's try. It goes, see you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. Oh, I hope you had as much fun reading our book today and singing our song as I did. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, butterfly.